people. We need to talk about Anna as well from the Young Turks. Did you see how they went off at her?
Yeah.
The Young Turks have been so woke for the last 5 years or so that Anna took offense to the fact that people were saying, we need to call you a Bertha or uterus owner or something like that. She said, no, I just want to be referred to as a woman. Fair fucking enough, right? I mean, why do these trans men don't come after us and they call us things like, hey, call yourself a dicker because you carry a dick, you know?
I disagree with you. And I think Anna was being also ridiculous. Nobody's going and telling people, they're calling people that. Nobody's calling people that. Like, she's like, I don't want to be called that. I mean, nobody's coming to Anna and calling her that.
I think she was responding to a tweet from that.
But is this happening in your daily life? Like, people are coming like, what is the term that she didn't like?
Bertha. Don't call me
okay.
Bertha.
Like, are people coming to you and calling you like, hey, Bertha? Like,
no, Armin, but no, that's not the right way to look at it. I mean, it's like there's a lot that happens in the world of social media, and then it filters down to our real lives. So what it seems like the direction the society is going towards, it's decided on social media first. So if something happens on social media, then it's happening. So like all of these atheist, religious, ex-Muslim, all of those conversations are taking place on social media. I mean, I've never run into a person in my real life where I say, oh, hey, by the way, are you a Muslim? Are you an atheist? Are you an ex-Muslim? This has value. If we see that happen frequently enough on social media, then I think she reserves the right to comment on that.
Okay, I don't like the term she deserves the right to comment. Like, who's challenging her right? Okay.
Saying that.
Huh?
But there are people.
Right?
The Bertha, haven't you heard this term?
No, listen. I'm talking about something else, right? I think it's the saying that she has the right to say that is the laziest defense of somebody, because I have the right to be racist as well. You know what I mean? Like, tell us why her point is correct, not the fact that she has the right to say it. I mean,
no, I do think her point is right. No, I do think her point is right. I was only responding to your point that you were saying. No, I was responding to your point when you said that. Oh, who's telling that to her in the real world?
I know, but I wasn't challenging her right. No, like, who's challenging her right? People, if you're disagreeing with somebody and saying that her point is not valid, that's not you challenging their right to say it. So you saying that
we're diverging. Okay, we get your point. Fair enough. Okay, we got your point. But let's just discuss the actual topic. The actual topic is, I think she's okay. She's right to say, I don't want to be called that. I don't want to be called a Bertha. I don't want to be called a cis woman or whatever. I'm just a freaking woman.
Yeah, but like, can you really control what people say? Like, I think that will count. That will backfire. You're like signaling to people, don't call me this. That's exactly an invitation for people to call you that.
But the whole of trans movement is all about call me this.
Yeah, and look at how it works.
They have made some really good points as well. Like, for example, they have convinced a lot of even people leaning towards conservative side. They've convinced a lot of people, other than obviously these people who are too invested in this pronoun shit. They managed to convince a lot of people that it's okay. Okay, you want me to call you such and such? I'll call you that. It doesn't hurt me. It doesn't cost me anything. That's a common, decent thing to do. And a lot of people are convinced.
Yeah. Exactly. The point is that we make requests, right? And you tell people your preferences, and the dicks will reject it, and the people who want to be nice will accept it, right? Well, you can't go out and demand things. Like within the trans movement as well, right? The trans people are like, here are my preferred pronouns, okay? I want to be nice. I want to be a gentleman. I want to be decent. I don't want to be an a-hole. I'm like, okay, I'll call you whatever you want. Easy. It's easy. It doesn't cost me anything, okay? Somebody else like, I refuse. You can't. That guy is just going to say, you can't stop the guy, and you going out like, no, you must. That's going to backfire. Let that guy signal to the world that he's a dick, or she's a dick. Let her or him signal that. Okay, so it's fine.
No, but we can't normalize it. We have to protest.
Hold on. you're not understanding what I'm saying at all.
I'm understanding. I get it. You're going by the point that you're saying that, okay, well, it would happen.
No.
It's going to backfire. People are going to call you even more of that, kind of like blasphemy logic.
Well, maybe no. We're not going to let people normalize it. We're going to make our case and we're going to advertise for normalization of it. But you showing your sensitivity about a certain thing and going as far as making demands instead of requests, that part backfires. That part is going to encourage people to come at you harder, right? So there are right ways to normalize this and there are wrong ways to normalize this, right? So, for example, Anna she could identify herself as a woman. And if other people identify herself as something else other than a woman, she could be like, well, I do not accept that. That's not what I call myself. And you're wrong. But if you go out and you show your weak spots and then demand those people, like try to tell them that this is something you must do, then it's going to backfire. You're actually going to normalize the opposite because people like to poke at your weaknesses and you are displaying that. So the trans right, here's the thing, the trans right has been successful, but in many ways, but I don't think that the request for proper pronouns has been okay. But I think that actually it would have done better if it wasn't so woke and sensitive about going out and making demands. Like, for example, if the trans movement wants to go and make certain pronouns, it hasn't, but if it ever goes and tries to make certain pronouns illegal to use, that's actually going to set it backward. Like, it's going to show like, oh no, we're going what?
Wait, well, sorry. I get all of that, but I'm just saying, let's have a look. Let's just stick to the topic of what she did. Look at this. So she was called a Bertha. She said, I think now we're splitting the hairs, and you're saying that, okay, she should not have said it. She should not be making a demand. She should be requesting it. Okay, well, come on, man. We can't really go that deep into it. I mean, there would always be people who would say things differently. So anyways, this is what she said. I'm a woman. Please don't ever refer to me. Look, this is more like a request to me. Please don't ever refer to me as a person with a uterus, birthing person, or person who menstruates. How do people not realize how degrading this is? You can support the transgender community without doing this shit. I think this is a very polite way of doing it. I just don't see anything wrong with that.
Okay, I think this would have come across a lot better if instead of showing that she's hurt, she was. You're not gonna let me make a point. Like, you're not. What are you?
I'm listening. I mean, I think you
don't even know what I'm gonna say. You don't even know what I'm gonna say.
You're discussing a tone, basically. Your central argument is still the same. Your central argument is still the same. But okay, you show your sensitivity.
You have already prejudged me without waiting for me to finish my argument. I'm gonna say something new. Okay, so I think that this would have come across better if she was making fun of people who are saying these things instead of it's just a marketing tactic, right? So instead of showing that she's been hurt and she has been degraded and she has been insulted, I think she should have gone on the attack mode and insulted them and humiliated them and made fun of them.
That would have been even worse. It would have been even worse then. Then she would have definitely been called, and a lot of people would have believed that she's turned into a transphobe.
Yeah. Well, I don't care. I don't care if people call you a transphobe. I'm talking
about
going to attack rather than being on the defense and be like, "Oh my God, poor me."
What is your? I just don't understand. So what? No, but
I'm so sorry. People are calling me things that I don't like.
Come on, I don't even know. Like, I don't even know what you're trying to do here. Like, seriously. Like, I mean, she has said, "Don't call me that," and this is someone who has picked a lot of fights over the years with the conservative people, with the people on the right, for LGBTQ community, and she says, "Okay, don't call me this," and then all of these people are just attacking her, and this is what makes all these these trans activists, these radical trans activists, this is what makes them so unattractive and unappealing. This is the reason why a lot of this, we're talking about her tone, how she should have approached this. No, I think she did everything right. What these trans activists do by going after.
What aboutism?
But these trans, no, that's not what aboutism. It's just fine. I think she whatever. You can pick holes in everything that anyone ever says. You can say, well, he should have said it like that. He should have done this. You can do that. No, okay. I mean, she's got 500,000 followers. She's been in the limelight for a very long time. I think she knows how to deal with people. I think she knows. But my point is, trans movement, they're the ones who are sitting on the outskirts of normality. Now, I'm not saying the word as in like they're abnormal, but I'm saying this is something that's not a part of our social fabric. It's still something new. So they have to convince people to be a bit more accepting towards people of other genders. So the way they go about it, the way they attack people, it's just so off-putting. And this is the reason why, you know how Anna, I think a lot of these people are celebrating. They're like, yeah, finally Anna has woken up. Finally she's responded to this thuggery of these trans activists. It's like, what are you doing? This is not you're talking about their tone? I mean, I think it's a trans community, not the whole of trans community. We have trans community. We have Joanna, like she's one of the most wonderful person I've ever spoken to. But these few trans, this radical trans activists, the way they go about it, they believe if we're going to harass people, we're going to shout at them, we're going to threaten to cancel them or get them canceled. They're even shooting their own people down.
You made the same point like 3 different ways, and I think you completely missed my point because you keep telling me that you completely missed my point because you keep telling me that she's right and you don't understand what I'm saying. I wasn't saying whether she was right or wrong. I'm just saying about
I know how your argument and how you
to make your rant that was like 3 different.
I'm gonna listen to your rant as well. Your whole argument is about one thing. Your whole argument is like she should not have done it like that. She should have done it like that. That's your whole argument. You've given 5 different ways.
I'm not. See, you still don't understand what I'm saying. Okay, you still don't understand what I'm saying.
No, I don't.
Okay, then forget it. I made my point. I was just talking about the same point that she's making. There was a strategic. I'm just talking about whether strategically how she could have said it. Maybe I'm wrong. Okay, I'm just.
That's what I just said. That you said that she should have done it differently. That's what I just said, and that's what I said like 5 minutes ago when you were talking. You just grabbed one word.
But you're responding to me by saying she's right. What she said was right. Okay,
that's not. Yeah, this you get caught up with one particular word and you go like, oh, right. He said the word right. It means he thinks that I'm wrong. No, this is a conversation that's taking place. You don't just latch on to one particular word. I got your point. The very first sentence, the very first time you said your first sentence, she should not have said it like this. You said, okay, you said polite or she should have requested it. Then the second time there you said that she should have gone even more on an attacking mode. That's what you said.
Not should. It's a suggestion. Not should. It's not a should thing. It's not like I'm not saying that this is my way is the right way and she should have done this. I'm just saying this. I think it would have been more effective if she had done it this way. Maybe I'm wrong. Okay, fine. That's fine.
Effective. I think she's pretty effective.
Well, here it didn't work out for her. I'm sorry to say that.
Look at the number of likes, Anna. No, Armin, look
at that's how you measure. That's how you measure it.
So how else would we measure, Armin? How else would we measure? Look at this. She got okay. Let me show it to you. So of course there are. Hang on, sorry. Let me show you. There are, let's say, usually the comments are the people who are upset and angry. She got 21,000 comments, and most of them are people who are upset, angry, attacking her. There are 127.3K people who've liked it. 27.7 million people probably saw it at some point. So this was a very engaging tweet. So fair enough. I mean, it did go okay, but my question to you was the reason why I brought it up. I wanted to see that, which you initially, if you go back, you see that when I said that. Okay, look at Anna. Anna had developed this or had established this reputation of being very woke. You know, like the Dave Rubins and all these other conservative people who switched sides, who went, totally wacky.
I get it.
But Anna, but going after Anna, my comment to you was, instead of okay, we've gone through that, but like, do you think this is appropriate behavior by this radical trans activist going after someone like her?
What radical trans activists? Of course not. What are you talking about?
That's what I wanted your comment on.
Yeah, of course. Okay, we know what the mob is like. I know what these people are like. Okay, they come after me. Okay, I'm a transphobe in their book. Okay, I thought that's given. I thought we know this is like what we're working at. Maybe people don't understand that. That's what I also. Maybe I should explain that more. Okay, so I'm not on the side of the radical activists. Okay, and I also don't. I believe most trans people are not on their side either. Right. Uh, all I'm saying is that I think that she could have made the same point from a position of strength rather than a position of, maybe I'm wrong, right? The exact same point. Last time I'm going to say this, that she going on the attack mode. I perceive that as more strong, rather than like, oh, look at me, I'm being attacked. You know, humiliating and attacking your opposition is, to me personally, maybe it's a tasting, comes across better than look what they're doing to me.
Well, different industry though, but you also got to say, I mean, we, the way why some atheist activists respond by blaspheming or desecrating or these holy figures and holy books is different, especially in the case of Islam, is because you get executed for doing that. So there's a different way of doing it, and obviously it's a bit more extreme. But she has preached people for a very long time to be careful of people's sensibilities and all that. So that's why
we're going on through circles. I think we both made our point. I'm just maybe I'm wrong. It's just a personal preference of mine. Maybe I'm wrong about this. Okay.
All right.
To have your questions answered on the next live stream, become my patron today. You can do so with as little as $1 a month. Link in the description below.